你好，我是杨洋。Hello, I'm Yang Yang, your Chinese teacher. Welcome to learn HSK Standard Course Level 1. Actually, this is the very first lesson you need to take to start your Chinese language learning. And today you are lucky because I will lead you to open the door to the Chinese Mandarin. When you follow me and finish the 4 parts of Pinyin system, you can pronounce any Chinese characters you meet. Trust me? Let's get it. Let's do the Pinyin part 1. In Pinyin part 1, we are going to learn the introduction of Chinese syllables, 4 tones in Mandarin, 6 simple finals and 4 initials, and some spelling practice. Wow, so many information, so informative, so exciting. Are you ready? Remember at first, I say hello by saying 你好 in Chinese. 你好. The upper part is the Chinese syllable 你好. The blue part is the Chinese characters 你好. When you read a Chinese book, there is no pinyin at all, only Chinese characters. But don't worry, follow me and finish the pinyin part. You can pronounce 你好 yourself when you know their pinyin. Let me introduce the Chinese syllables. For example, 你 means you. 你, it has an initial n, a final e, the third tone, together 你. So a Chinese syllable is usually made up of an initial, a final, and a tone. Generally speaking, one Chinese character corresponds to one syllable. But a Chinese syllable can have no initial but must have a final and a tone. For example, love in Chinese is 爱. The final is 爱. The tone is the first tone. So love in Chinese is 爱. But most syllables have one initial, a final, and a tone. For example, 妈 means mother. Is the initial. Is the final. It's the first tone. So 妈, it means mother. In Chinese Mandarin, there are 21 initials and 36 finals and 4 tones. The first tone, ma. The second tone, ma. The third tone, ma. The first tone, ma. Can you tell the difference? Let's see. The first tone, ma, ma, ma. It's a high level tone, like humming something. Ma. It's also like when you sing do, re, mi, fa, sol, sol, ma. The second tone, ma, ma, ma. It's a raising tone, like the intonation when you say what, what, ma, ma. The third tone, ma, ma, ma. It's a falling, raising tone, like the intonation when you say well, well, in a slow way. Ma. The first tone, ma. 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 It's a falling tone, like an enthusiastic formation. Yes. Ma. Ma. Okay, let's review. Tone 1, ma. Tone 2, ma. Tone 3, ma. Tone 4, ma. Let's do some practice. Listen carefully and please tell which tone I'm pronouncing. The first one, ma. Ma. The third tone, ma. Next, ma. Ma. Which one? The first tone, ma. Next, ma. Ma. Which one? The first tone, ma. Next, ma. Ma. Which one? The third tone again, ma. The last one. Next one, ma. Ma. Which one? The second tone, ma. Your time. Please try to pronounce the 4 tones yourself. The first tone, ma. The second tone, ma. The third tone, ma. The first tone, ma. Are the tones important? Yes. For example, dumplings in Chinese is 水饺, and to sleep in Chinese is 睡觉. If you are in a Chinese restaurant and want some dumplings, you should say 我要水饺 instead of 我要睡觉. That may confuse the waiters if you say I want to sleep. Okay, I have introduced that there are 26 finals altogether in the Chinese language, and today we will learn the 6 simple finals first. The first one, a. A. The mouth is wide open. A. The tongue is at its lowest and the lips are unrounded. A. A. Next, o. O. The opening of your mouth is medium. The tongue position is mid-high and slightly to the back. O. O. And the lips are rounded. O. O. Next, The opening of the mouth is medium. The tongue position is mid-high and slightly to the back. And the lips are unrounded, mouth ends spread. Next, The opening of your mouth is narrow. The lips are spread and the tongue position is high and slightly to the front. Next, opening of your mouth is narrow. The lips are fully rounded, and the tongue position is high and slightly to the back. Next. The tongue position is the same as that of E, with the tip pressing the inner surface of the lower teeth. The lips are rounded to a degree similar to Next. Pronounce first and roll up your tongue. Attention here, it is a special vowel final that can only form a syllable itself. For example, 二. It means two in Chinese. Here, a, o, i, u. They are easy for you, but yu, may be a little difficult. Let me explain. When you pronounce you can pronounce o first, and then to stretch your mouth. O, When you pronounce yu, you can pronounce e first, and then make your mouth rounded. Yu. When you pronounce you can pronounce first, and then roll up your tongue.
Read the syllables aloud and pay attention to the tones. A, 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 a. O, 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 o. E, U,
Good job. We already know there are totally 21 initials in the Chinese language. And in this lesson, we will learn 4. Let's see. B, P, M, F, B, B. Long air is compressed by the closure of the lips. Then the air escapes with a sudden release of the lip closure. B, B. Next. P, P. The position of articulation is the same as that of B, but the air is released forcibly with a puff like this. Next, The lips form a closure. The airstream passes through the nasal cavity. Next. F. The upper teeth make a light contact with the lower lip, and the air is released in between with a friction. Let's do some spelling. Remember the simple finals? They are a, o, e, i, u, ü, ba, bo. Attention here. When these initials are combined with o, there is actually a short u sound in between. For example, the syllable bo actually sounds like bo. Let's go on. Bi, bu, pa, po, pi, pu, ma, mo, me, mi, mu, fa, fo, fu. Let's try to add the tones on them. Ba, 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 ba. Bo, 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 bo. Bi, 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 bi. Bu, bu, bu. There is no Chinese character pronounced bu. Pa, pa, pa. Po, 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 po. Pi, 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 pi. Pu, 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 pu. Ma, 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 ma. Mo, 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 mo. Mi, 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 mi. Mu, mu, mu. Fa, 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 fa. Fo, fu, 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 fu. After so much practice, please try to pronounce the words below. This one. Can you pronounce this Chinese character when you know its pinyin like this? Ba, 8. Ma, mother. Try to pronounce them earlier than me. 马 horse. 爸 father. 笔 pen. 皮 skin. 米 rice. 秘密 secret. 不 no, not. See, now you can pronounce the Chinese, right? That's not difficult as you imagine. So we have finished the Pinyin part 1. Welcome to follow me with the Pinyin part 2, 3, and 4 so we can practice all of the Pinyin. See you next time. 再见，拜拜。
好一朵美丽的茉莉。